no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 59.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. 1st and 10, Taylor now. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 31, Willis looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat.
He's got a man, complete. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a second down run with Sanders. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Olave from 17 yards out. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
It's caught. Here's Langford. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Play fake. Here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, it's Walker. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Willis, third and long. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Willis. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Willis from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover. but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll set up to throw. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Chubb bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Second down throw coming by Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Willis to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Play action. Here's Willis. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Terry McLaurin, 29 yards. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd down, here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And here's Willis now off the play fake. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Rolling to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens. Your Super...
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole